Have you ever wondered what dark secret could be hidden behind the swollen belly of a 10-year-old girl? Today we will tell you an incredible story that shocked an entire village. Stay with us until the end, because the truth behind this mystery is more surprising than you can imagine. What we discovered will change everything. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on exciting stories like this. It was a quiet Saturday afternoon in 2020 when Laura, a 10-year-old girl, was playing happily along the river in her village. The golden sun reflected on the water, creating a magical atmosphere. Laura, with her friends Pietro and Anna, ran and laughed, unaware of what the future would have in store for her. The three friends, with faces flushed from running, challenged each other to swimming competitions and games in the cool water of the river. Life in the village was simple and peaceful. Everyone knew each other by name and helped each other. The dusty streets were alive with the chatter of neighbors and the games of children. Laura lived with her parents, Giovanni and Lucia, in a small wooden house with a lush garden where Giovanni grew vegetables and aromatic plants. Everything changed when Laura's belly began to grow inexplicably. Initially, the parents thought it was simple swelling, perhaps due to a poor diet. But as the weeks passed, Laura's belly continued to grow, becoming more and more noticeable. Lucia decided to take Laura to the village doctor, Sarah, hoping to find an explanation. After some tests, Dr. Sarah announced shocking news: Laura was pregnant. The pregnancy of a 10-year-old girl sent shock waves through the community. No one could believe that something like this was possible. The news spread quickly, creating divisions and suspicions. Laura's father, Giovanni, was arrested and falsely accused of having abused his daughter, while Lucia, desperate, tried to find an explanation. The usually united community found itself divided between those who believed in John's innocence and those who saw him as a monster. The rumors and suspicions spread like wildfire, fueling the climate of tension in the village. Lucia suddenly found herself alone in having to face the situation, trying to protect her little girl and prove her husband's innocence. The day of the birth was approaching and Dr. Sarah prepared everything for a cesarean section, aware that a natural birth would have been too risky for such a young girl. The tension in the village was palpable. Everyone anxiously awaited the moment of truth, hoping that the birth of the child would bring clarity and answers. When the long-awaited day arrived, Dr. Sarah began the operation with great caution. But what he discovered during the surgery left everyone speechless: there was no baby. Laura suffered from ascites, a condition caused by the accumulation of fluid in the abdomen, often due to parasitic infections linked to poor sanitary conditions in the village. The community, shocked but relieved, rallied to improve health conditions and ensure that nothing like this ever happened again. Local health authorities were called in to analyze the water quality of the river and other water resources in the village. New filtration and purification systems were installed to ensure that the water was safe for everyone. Giovanni was released and compensated for the injustice suffered, while Laura received the treatment necessary to return to health. The family finally reunited and began the long journey towards emotional healing. Giovanni and Lucia worked together to support Laura, trying to restore her sense of normality and serenity. This experience united the village even more, which worked together to build a better future. The lessons learned during this crisis led the community to reflect on the importance of caring for others and acting quickly to prevent similar problems in the future. Local schools began offering educational programs on health and hygiene, ensuring that children and families were informed about the risks of infections and how to prevent them. Laura's story became a symbol of resilience and hope for the entire village. His strength and courage during this difficult time inspired many, proving that even in the darkest situations, there is always a chance to find the light. What do you think about this situation? Do you think the village has done enough to prevent future tragedies? Leave a comment below with your opinion. As time passed, the community continued to work to improve health conditions and ensure everyone's safety. The families of the village, touched by Lara's story, committed themselves to creating a healthier and safer environment for their children. The new infrastructure and educational programs brought positive and lasting change to everyone's lives. Lara, after receiving the necessary treatment, gradually returned to normal. His energy and zest for life shone again, and he soon began playing with his friends along the river. Her story, although painful, led to positive change in the community, demonstrating that even the most difficult situations can lead to collective improvement. The village celebrated Lara's return to health with a huge feast. The laughter of the children, the smiles of the adults, and the atmosphere of solidarity and hope made that day unforgettable. Lara, with her courage and strength, had become a symbol of hope for everyone. During the celebration, the community reflected on what happened, promising to never lower its guard on health and hygiene issues again. Local authorities, driven by community engagement, began to invest in better infrastructure. New water purification plants were built and regular health checks were introduced. Schools organized educational courses to teach children the importance of hygiene and disease prevention. The entire community learned to care for each other, knowing that the health of each individual was fundamental to collective well-being. Giovanni, after being released, decided to become a spokesperson for justice and public health in the village. He told his story to anyone who would listen, stressing the importance of not judging too quickly and making sure every allegation was thoroughly investigated. Lucia, for her part, found comfort in seeing her family reunited and healthy. She dedicated herself to supporting other mothers in the village, offering them support and advice based on her experience. His house became a point of reference for anyone who needed help, demonstrating that even in the most difficult moments, love and solidarity can make the difference. Lara, now fully recovered, resumed living her childhood with joy. Her friends, Pietro and Anna, remained by her side, supporting her at all times. Their friendship grew even stronger, becoming an example of how unity and understanding can overcome any adversity. Lara returned to school and continued to explore the world with curiosity and wonder, knowing she had a strong, loving community by her side. The story of Lara and her family became a lesson for the entire village and beyond. It was told in other communities, inspiring many to improve their health conditions and care for others. Lara's resilience and her family's courage demonstrated that, even in the face of the greatest difficulties, it is possible to find hope and build a better future. If this story has touched you, we invite you to watch our next video, which delves into other stories of resilience and hope. Thanks for watching. See you next time.